Hello, hello, Jamie Haggett here, coming to you live today from Carthage, New York. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever started chasing a dream only to hit the first roadblock and just give up? That could be anything from going back to school, a New Year's resolution. How many people have you done this? How many people do you think have done this? Started a New Year's resolution and just gave right up, right? Because first roadblock, you're done. So I'm gonna raise my hand because I've done that. So what I wanted to say to you was don't give up. Here's the 3 things that I wish someone had told me back when I first started. Because let me tell you, when something is worth it, you need to keep after it. Slow going is still going. Progress is progress. So I'm going to give you 3 things that I have come across that I have now learned from a mentor to keep going. Okay, number one, roadblocks happen to everyone. They're not just specific to you, okay? They're for everybody. We all have them, but they're all specific to us. So something that might stop me might not stop you. I used to be very self-conscious of other people's criticism, and now I'm getting better at that. So let me just see if I can get my phone to work. Roadblocks happen to everybody, okay? It's not just you, and don't even think twice about your specific one, because everybody's is a little bit different. So be prepared. It's going to happen if it hasn't happened yet. Be prepared. It's going to happen. And sometimes your best friend might not be able to help you get through it because it might not be something for them, and they're going to say to you, so what? It's just XYZ, get over it. And you just can't get over it, right? You just have a hard time with that. So that's tip number 1. Roadblocks happen to everybody. It's not just you. So don't think you're the only one who might have a hard time in keeping going, And as far as that goes, not everything is worth keeping going, okay? Only if it is 100% worth it should you keep up going. Okay, so that was the number 1 thing that I wish someone had told me. The second thing that I wish someone had shared with me was the quote by Marianne Williamson. So there's a quote that has been miscredited to Nelson Mandela for many years, but way back in the early 90s, this woman, Marianne Williamson, published a book, and in the book was a quote about our biggest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our biggest fear is that we're going to be a success. Let that sink in. So if you are chasing your goal of losing weight, you're not afraid of not getting it. You're afraid of what's going to happen if you do succeed, right? What happens if you do lose the weight, but so and so still doesn't like me, or I still don't feel good about myself. That's our biggest fear. That's why we don't succeed. That to me is like mind-blowing. So if you haven't read that quote, I suggest you look her up. It's Marianne Williamson, okay? And again, like I said, it was miscredited to Nelson Mandela because apparently he read it in some speech at some point. So I suggest you check out Marianne Williamson and read her world famous quote and let it sink in. Our biggest fear is not that we're inadequate, it's that we will be wildly successful and that we will be able to help other people. And the third thing that in my own journey, in my side business that I have, which right now, by the way, is like freaking going really well. I've been able to be very productive in it during this time. But one of our biggest obstacles, actually the biggest obstacle we have in any dream, anything we're going for, is here. It's this thing right here. Our own mind is our biggest obstacle, because it is trying to keep us in our comfort zone. Anything outside our comfort zone, our mind will yank us back and say, stop, don't go there, it's not safe, and it will pull you back. So when your brain is telling you, don't do that, don't go there, you can't do that, you're not good enough, you're not worthy, you need to stop and pay attention, because you are worthy. You are 100% worthy. You should be able to run a successful business. You should be able to take care of, this endeavor, or take care of your spouse. If that's what your goal is to have someone that needs you to be in your home for you to take care of them. Because I know some people are having to do that. But you can do it. So those are the 3 things that I wish I had known when I first started, because let me just tell you, the first couple of years were very, very sketchy. I was like, I can't do this. So number 1, everybody has roadblocks. It's not just you. Number 2, we have fears, and our biggest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our biggest fear actually is that we'll be successful. So, check out that quote by Marianne Williamson. It's a very long quote, but it's fabulous. And number 3, our minds, ourselves, we are our biggest obstacle. It's not external, it's internal. So those are the 3 things. And I actually have been doing a lot of personal development. I have a list of 10 books that I think you could, that would definitely be a major help for you, no matter what you're doing. Doesn't matter if you have a home business like I do. It doesn't matter if you're trying to lose weight. It doesn't matter if you're going back to school. I especially recommend them for this time in our world. They're personal development books. I have a list of 10. If you would like that list of 10 books, shoot me a message. I will send it out to you. I'm going to tell you that the number 1 book that I recommend is called The Go-Giver. So go ahead and check that out, but I will give you the list of the other 10 if you'd like. And good luck and have a great weekend. Talk to you later, guys.